I'm falling deeper and deeper into the Apple ecosphere.
Word, because I also got an Apple Watch. Oh, why are we such fuckboys? Wait, when did you get yours?
You said when did I get mine?
Yeah.
Damn, when did I get it? Monday, I think. Yeah, on Monday.
Yeah, mine came in the mail on Sunday.
Wait, no. Oh, hold on. Wait, today's Tuesday. I don't know why I think it's Friday. Yeah, so I got mine on Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
I got it from Target though. Just picked it up from Target.
How much was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like cheap at Micro Center for some reason.
Oh damn! How much?
It's like $269 at Micro Center.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah. So it's like
for the 6.
Oh no! Sorry, I got an SE.
Oh, okay.
You got the 6?
Whew! I was about to be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
I got the
like
6.
400 or something for the 6.
Yeah, it's 400 something. I don't know. I don't know why I bought it. I want a refund, and I use it every day.
I use it every day too. So I got this. So I was like, let me try to track my like heart rate and shit, because I'm trying to be healthy and like not die.
Yeah.
Because like my chest has started hurting lately, so I'm like, it's not COVID, and it shouldn't hurt when I breathe heavy.
Right.
So I'm like, I need to kind of monitor this shit. So I got this Fitbit and it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I could pay $100 more and just get the SE. So this
yeah, I was looking it up. I honestly don't know why I didn't get the SE. I was just like, hey, if I'm gonna get an Apple Watch and I have the Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max, let me just be the bougiest be possible.
Might as well.
And get the 6. And
yeah,
that's what I did.
It's got that's got the always on display and the ECG. I think is the only difference. Yeah, it's probably a little faster.
Yeah, so I've been tracking my my. See, but that's the thing that I get notifications on it, so
I know.
I'm just like, yeah, but yeah, I've just been tracking my exercise because I've been working out every day and shit. So
yeah, I'm out here, dog.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get fit. It's been literally a year of me not working out, like in quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so
obviously I stopped going to the gym and
yeah, like
crazy.
I just think that my rationale was a little bit hilarious, and it's funny hearing like my sister and my little brother. Like so I told them, I was like, yeah, I got an Apple Watch, and they're like, oh yeah, it's cool, welcome to the system and everything, and I was like, yeah, because I've been working out, so I've been doing all of these exercises and stuff, but I hate having my phone in my pocket, so it's not tracking any of the exercise that I do. So I was like, all right, well, let me get a smartwatch so that I can sync it up with the phone. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, like I said, I might as well be super bougie, super crazy, and just go ahead and get myself the Apple Watch 6. And then, my sister was like, you could have just got a Fitbit. and my little brother, 10 years old, was just like, I mean, you could have just got a Fitbit. It just would have not been able to do as much. And I was like, yeah, I could have, spent $100 on a Fitbit, but I'm enriched now. Just go ahead and get me the AirPods Pro 3 or whatever they're on now, and yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hello. These are fire, by the way.
Yeah, so you'll in about a month you'll probably see me with because the new ones haven't come out yet, right?
The AirPods Max came out, the over-ear ones.
Yeah, but not the new versions of the Pro.
No, just the Pros are out.
Yeah. So,
bet
when those come out,
black turtleneck.
Yeah, exactly.
all the big ass AirPods.
All black turtlecks. Hi, I am Steve. What?
Yes. Introduce me as Steve now. Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
We got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, actually.
Exciting.
It's been so long.
So whatever. Welcome to the Don't Fake Podcast. episode 30 something. I'm Shah.
I'm Shaheer.
Um, and yeah, we're back because we actually have things to finally talk about, which is very exciting. Things have been popping off over the past like week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's new music, new albums, new announcements. Oh, I watched One Night in Miami the other night.
I have
Sunday.
not watched it. Tell me it's magnificent.
It's magnificent. It's very good.
Great.
I like after I watched it, I was like, "Yo, I'm about to convert to Islam." Oh shit! I was that impressed. I was like, "I'm about to convert." No, it's great. All the performances are dope. I only saw like that one scene that they like put out like last year on YouTube, and I didn't see anything else from it. And so I watched it, and I was like, very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I haven't even watched the trailer.
Yeah, no, just watch that shit. It's great. It's 2 hours long, but it goes by so quick.
So I've come to the conclusion ever since I went to Sundance and watched 32 movies in a weekend. Well, 5 days. So
right.
Pretty much a week, but I'm finding it very hard to watch movies that have a runtime of over 2 hours. Every Sundance movie that I watched was between 60 and 90 minutes, with the exception of the Questlove documentary, Summer of Soul, and then Judas and the Black Messiah.
Was that 2.5 hours?
Yeah. And then Coda. So 3 of the movies were like over 2 hours. All of them. Yeah. I was like, yo, how am I ever going to watch this many movies? And then I just saw runtimes were like 90 minutes or 86 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So I was able to run through a lot of them during the day. But yeah, I watched Wonder Woman after that, and I was like, oh, this was a bad idea. I should have not done this. And ever since then, I have not watched a movie since.
I didn't see 1984. Did you watch it?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what you watched?
Yeah. Not the
good?
first Wonder Woman, 84, yeah.
Was it any good?
It wasn't bad. Like, people were panning it. Like, it was cool. It was long. It was kind of pointless.
Why does Warner do that? Why do they make the longest movies possible? Nobody wants to sit there for 3 hours.
Yo,
unless it's like Marvel.
It said like 2 hours and 48 minutes, and I was like, yo.
Oh my god, that's too long.
Why?
Gal Gadot is not that interesting. Like, she's good for like hour and a half, 2 hours, but
yo, I swear they were just like, hey, yo, Gal's pretty. And they were like, yeah, no, she's attractive. And they're like, well, put her on screen for like 3 hours. And they're like, but will it work? And they were like, you know what? I'm willing to risk it.
It doesn't matter.
And that was it, yeah. And then they made the movie. It was long. I feel like there's a good hour that you could chop out of that movie.
I'm sure.
And yeah, but One Night in Miami. I'll watch it as soon as I feel like I've taken enough time to be able to watch another film.
Yeah, it's a very easy watch.
Mm-hmm. And it's based off a play, right? So
yeah,
it's not something that I have to be like prepared for. It's just like
no, and it's like the way it's like written and directed. Like Regina King does an amazing job, but it's not like it's not overly pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very like there were moments where I kind of came in and out. They were rare, but they were like I was checking my phone and whatever, and I came back and I was like, I'm still in it. Like I still understand everything that's going on. Like I'm still in it. So it's a very, very easy watch, and it's not super heavy, but there's some it's important subject matter.
Right.
But it was dope. Like it makes me want to go like watch the like Denzel Malcolm X movie, which I never watched.
And you
just
call
to
yourself
see-
a black man.
That's
Oh,
true.
oh,
I
wait.
call myself I call myself a member of the Nation of Islam.
How dare you?
Um,
No more bean pies for you, sir.
I know.
Absolutely
always make-
none. Yo, have you had bean pies?
There we go. No, so I always make Ali bean pie jokes to people that like are not from Maryland.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, you don't know about bean pies? That's what all the ox eat.
Yo,
And they go to College Park in DC. I've never
Yo.
had a bean pie though.
I was at my dad's house and my stepmom was just like driving and there was a dude selling bean pies on the side and she bought like 2 of them, I think, or 4, something like it was a number.
Yeah.
About multiple, like for multiple people. And I ain't never had a bean pie. Yo, bean pies slap.
Can you describe a bean pie for me?
It's like a sweet potato pie made with beans.
Oh, word.
So,
So it's actually beans.
yeah, I think.
Okay.
I didn't ask what was in it. I just know it was
You don't-
good.
There's no ingredients on it.
Yeah. First of all,
It just says bean pie.
we bought this pie from a man that we did not know on the side of the road. It's not like we didn't go somewhere with an intent to buy bean pies. We were just out and somebody was slinging bean pies and we
I
ate
happened
them.
to be there.
I'm surprised I'm alive, honestly, because that could have went left to eat. Hey,
Yeah.
like, but I feel like just for the liberation of black people, you know, he probably would have been like, "Hey, look at here. This is for the white man. We hoping that we could poison them a little bit, like they do us."
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, "Oh, okay, bad. Say less. We will not eat this." But he was like, "Oh yeah, no, these bean pies are fire. Go ahead, cop some." Let me do some research real quick.
Yeah, please.
We just look for bean pies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm almost certain that it's just I'm yeah, it's yeah, it's mashed beans and then just like you make like it's just a sweet potato pie with beans. That's really it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. It it tastes as good. Like it's pretty good. It slaps. It's
Jay Electronica probably has a fridge full of Ali bean pies
bruh,
right
like,
now.
yeah.
Um,
Just say, yo, let me pull out one of these, you know, to commemorate the 1 year anniversary of my album. Let me go ahead and pop this bean pie real quick.
yeah.
All praises due to the Most High. Shout out
yeah,
to
have you
the
ever
Honorable
ever
Elijah
in
Muhammad.
Maryland? Ever in Maryland or DC? Get yourself an Ali bean pie, or just a bean pie. The Ali bean pie is a brand, but yeah, just get yourself a bean pie.
Yeah, and then somebody was slinging them at Fort Sutton one day when I was on the way to work. This had to have been like maybe 3 years ago, I guess. Nah, dang. Oh my God, I haven't worked there in 5 years. It's been 5 years. All right, so yeah, like 5 years ago, I was going to work. Somebody was like, "Hey, yo, you trying to buy some bean pies?" And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Yo, these guys are fire." But also in my head, I was like, I can't do this again. Like, I can't just buy a bean pie from somebody on the side of the road. Like, I just can't do it. It goes against every, preservation, like flight or fight,
Right.
like reflex that I have. I'm like, oh, man on the side of the road representing the Nation of Islam obviously is going to protect my interest in selling me this bean pie. Nah, he could.
But everything you've learned to this moment has told you no. Say no to the man selling bean pies at the Fort Totten Metro.
Everything tells me no, but like that first experience, I'm 1 for 1 in great experiences with bean pies. So
Right.
it's really the worst possible scenario. Like if we would have had a horrible bean pie experience the first time, like didn't get sick or anything, but it was just mid, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I can never use a bean pie again. But I was like, yo, this bean pie is fire. We have so much to talk about, and I've just spent 5 minutes talking about bean pies.
I know. Yo, rest in peace, Chick Corea. Return to forever. Amazing jazz musician, passed away about a week ago.
I'm uncultured and know nothing.
That's okay. Yeah, he's a old school jazz pianist. You've probably heard him in some of my music that I've sampled. But super dope.
I don't know your samples.
I know. I don't know yours either with your Swank shit.
You just be like gibberish. And I'd be like, yo, this is fire.
Yo, there's about like 60 effects on it. I can't even load Fruity Loops. You know how many times my Fruity Loops has crashed because of all the stupid effects I put on my shit? So I gotta get this fucking RAM. Well, yeah, there's some stuff that came out. Do you want to start with, I guess, the mid, which is that Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack? Did you listen to the whole thing?
Nah, I can't. All right, so I'll start by saying this.
Yeah.
All right, so don't get me wrong. Fan of Nas, fan of Nipsey Hussle, fan of Jay-Z,
yeah.
Smino, Saba, J.I.D, Masego,
Yep.
Rhapsody. Like, there were a bunch of songs on here from people that I like and songs that I like. But at the same time, yo, they should have just been an R&B album. Like, 100%. They should have just made this an R&B album because it was unnecessary. And I feel like they got the best out early, and then the rest was just like, all right, so who else we got? Pooh Shiesty? Hey, come on, man. Like, hey, who want to do a song for Judas and the Black Messiah? What is that? It's a movie that's coming out. What's it about? Fred Hampton, a Black Panther. I mean, I fuck with black people, but nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Hit boys in the back, like, yeah, I can rap.
G-Herbo, like, yeah, nah, like, I got you.
Yeah,
Chicago, right?
Lil Durk has like 16 songs on it. The first like 4 or 5 songs, I was like, finally, rap is back. We did it. We're here now. It's been a long 2020. 2021's here, and now we're rapping. Finally, we're here. And then after track like 6, I was like, oh man, this is not.
Well, I mean, all right, so it starts off obviously with the speech, and then it goes into a her song, which is really good, and that's actually like the
in the movie
song, right? The score, yeah, like the song of the movie, and then it goes into some really good rap music, and we get like BJ the Chicago Kid, and who else is on there?
Black Thought has a song on it.
Yeah. So yeah, like, yeah, you got the Nipsey Hussle, Jay-Z, we got Nas, we got Black Thought, we got the Smino and Saba, like, and all of these songs are good. And then it just like hits. You're really like, oh man, like this is like Black Panther level, like good job, sir. Like, I think even when we were talking about it, you were like, yo, why didn't you tell me about this Judas and the Black Messiah track list? And I was like, I didn't find out about it until today. It looks pretty good. And then, this is, I let Nas down the album, I guess. I let Fred down. Like,
they let Fred down. Oh, man. And this, I'm looking at the track list. The Sir song is literally just him saying, teach me, over and over again for like 2.5 minutes. They couldn't even afford a full Sir verse. They just got him doing the hook over and over again.
And we got multiple Hit Boy verses.
That's what I'm saying. They've got so much Hit Boy. Over like 5 different beats. All the beat switches. Hit Boy thought he was doing something. He's like, switch the beat up.
All right, so flow. Going from Nas, Black Thought, Nipsey Hussle, Jay-Z, and then we just get a full Hit Boy song out of there. I'm just like, okay, I'll let this slide because I know Smino Saba's coming up next, and then you got J.I.D. and Rhapsody coming up next, and it's just like, All right, but we rebounded very well there. And then yeah, you had BJ the Chicago Kid, which is a good R&B song. Lil Durk, I didn't know it was Lil Durk. It could have been anybody at that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you get the Ryan Coogler brother track with Hit Boy,
Yeah.
and you're just like, wait, hold on, but why?
Why?
And then yeah, you get G Herbo, and then
Did you hear about a
Nardo,
couple times?
Wick,
Yeah,
Pooh,
duh.
Pooh Shiesty, Polo G, Dom Kennedy, G Herbo again,
With Hit Boy.
and then yeah, the Sir track, and then yeah, that's where I tapped out. So I didn't hear the Keanu Lede song with Safe or the ASAP Rocky song.
The ASAP Rocky one is not bad. I heard he recorded it like a while ago though. Which is kind of disappointing because I was like, oh, I want new ASAP Rocky, but and then the Rakim song, which I could not get through.
Right. So yeah, I was just like, all right, you know what? I've made it this far. Really, really bad track listing. Like if there was something to look forward, I guess ASAP Rocky maybe to some people would be something to look forward to. But yeah, if there was something more, like if they put the Jay-Z song, that's the last song, like they started with the Nas and ended with Jay-Z, I would have been more inclined to like, all right, I'll make it through the album because I don't skip. Like if I start an album, I'm not gonna skip through the songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just I got to the Polo G song. No, I got to the Sir song, and then I was like, yeah, I'll listen to this later, and then just never did. So.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And it got me kind of thinking about like soundtracks and how they've kind of shifted now because of Black Panther and how that was pretty much an album. But I think that kind of going back, like I don't think we would have gotten that without Compton.
Right.
Like I feel like Compton was the like, okay, let's actually reclaim soundtracks now, because I mean, movies used to have fire. Like if there was some good hype behind a movie, sometimes it would have a pretty dope soundtrack. Yeah, Space Jam soundtrack's fire, still easy. And then like that kind of went away. Things kind of went a little more commercial, or like music just wasn't like commercial music wasn't as good for a lot of these like soundtracks and shit. And then we got, I'm sure there are other ones in between, but you know, you get Compton, which is like Dr. Dre's Return, influenced by the NWA movie.
American Gangster, I'll say, which is hilarious because it wasn't a soundtrack, but it was just inspired by the motion picture.
Yeah. But yeah, you like Compton inspired by the movie, American Gangster inspired by the movie, Black Panther inspired by the movie.
Yeah.
And then you get like the Creed soundtrack, which is hot garbage. This one, which is hot garbage. It's like I think that people are trying to mock, like imitate that. Like trying to go like, we got to get another Black Panther soundtrack, but not everybody can do that.
I just think so. That's an interesting thing. It's like, all right, so the Black Panther soundtrack was TDE heavy, but it didn't feel like too samey. Whereas like the Creed 2 soundtrack was like a Mike Will Made It album.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this was like kind of like a Hit Boy album, but just was like too many of that same note. Like
it turns into a marketing thing where it's like, let me as a producer attach my name to this big movie and just put out an album.
Because so of course Black Panther, you know, it was curated by Kendrick Lamar, but at the same time it was just like it was so much, you know, like it was so dynamic of a project. And it's just like trying to recreate that, and then even like how you said Compton, like it's like a dynamic project, and they have
it's still like, a Dre album. There's a lot going on.
They have the notes of like, all right, this is that. It's like we'll bring in, you know, King Mez Anderson .Paak, like these are the artists that I'm associated with, and Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar. But we still have this, and this one is just like, I'm gonna throw myself in the forefront. But I mean, we also have Jay-Z and Nipsey Hussle,
Right.
and just it ain't work for me.
Yeah, it sucks that Jay-Z Nipsey Hussle song is on this album.
Right.
If that was just a Lucy that came out, that I feel like would have been way more impactful than just the song on this. Like I feel like they needed it to get people to listen to this album. And
absolutely.
Like I only tuned into this because I saw that song was on there, and then I saw the track list and I was like, oh, there's like actual like competent people on here, but they all phoned it in. So I'm not really gonna come back to that one.
I mean, there's a few great performances on here.
Yeah.
Rhapsody killed it.
It all gets
it gets washed away. Exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, that's not a very good album, but one that I've been listening to a lot is this new Slowthai. Tyron. Very good. I think that's his like government.
That's his actual name. That's why he's named Slowthai.
Yes, we get it now. It's really good. It took me a little bit. I think I listened to it the first time like when it came out, and I was like, okay. But actually, this past week, I came back to it, and I was like, oh my god. There's something here. Pretty aggressive. It's not. I find it hard to recommend people like Slowthai to like rap fans in the West, because I feel like a lot of people in the States don't like listening to like rappers from England. But it's like, I don't know. I think I guess I get that you can't understand everything he's saying if your ears aren't trained to it. Like Slowthai's got a pretty thick accent at some points, and he's really going into some of like the drill stuff, not the sound, but like the inflections and why that stuff, how it's said. And I know it's hard to understand for some people, but like just the energy on this album, the beat production, like the beat selection on this album, the way it's sequenced, the hooks, the writing, like everything he does with his voice throughout the entire project. It's super short. It's like 30 something minutes long. It's a double disc, and there's like the first disc is just all bangers. Like it's all hits. Again, really, really good beats, really good features. And like the songs get stuck in my head. Like Vex is great, 45 Smoke, like Maza, like all of those songs are really, really crazy.
Right.
And it did remind me a lot of Summertime '06. Because it's a short, concise double disc album, but it's all hit. Like it's like fully clipped, like it's all bullets, the whole entire song, whole entire album. But I don't think Vince has ever topped Summertime '06. I don't know if Slowthai will ever top this album. I do think it's dope how he split it up. The first half is kind of like hard hitting rap tracks. The second half is more kind of like sad boy, but still really, really good rap songs, but they're a bit more emotional, a little bit deeper. But it's still like, I didn't even notice going into the second half. Like I didn't even catch that the first half was a specific sound and the second half was a specific sound, because it just kind of all flowed very, very well. But it kind of made it better when I went back to it, and I was like, oh, there's actually a switch that happens here. And it's dope. Like I said, I didn't like his first album very much. I was kind of turned off by his music, because I was like, he just sounds like a weird, angry British kid who's just like rapping very aggressively for no reason. And then I got that here as well, but I do feel like his sound matured a bit, and I think I don't know. I didn't really sit with that first album a lot, but this one really, really, it hit a lot harder for me. Like in his delivery, I think he got the point across a lot better for me. Great album. I love it.
Yeah, the production on this, like it's interesting. I guess it's kind of like that UK bias, but you expect a more like grime drill style, but like I feel like the production on this wasn't that that, and then even hit like some, you know, traditional like hip hop notes, like with the sample based and everything like that. So it was yeah, it was kind of like really refreshing to hear. And especially like the dichotomy of like that style production over him rapping, like you said, you know, with the drill emphasis and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I listened to it multiple times. Then it'll probably end up being in the rotation for like for like the year at the very least, because it was really good. I think it's hilarious that it's a 14 track double album though. Like that's the double album that we get now. The Kanye West 7 track album has officially made it to double album territory.
Damn.
But
really that's like the perfect length.
Yeah. That's
great.
And I think we had determined that too. They're just like, I feel like these shorter albums are really good. And it's funny because, you know, like, all right, so one of my favorite albums was last year is Miles, Blue in Exile. And that album is like almost 2 hours. Like I think it's an hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And while I enjoy it, it's just like, all right, I gotta stop halfway through. After that first listen, like the first listen I got through. After that, yeah, I've only been able to, you know, take in half at a time, or, you know, selective song choices. I haven't been able to listen to the whole thing all the way through again.
Yeah.
So yeah, like having like a 14 tracks was like the traditional like album. Like this is the album's length.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's a concise 14 tracks too, because like you said, it was 34 minutes. Like the runtime is 34 minutes, which could be the runtime of like a 10 track album. Like so then him being able to fit all of that in, and then fitting the detail in, having the two sides go in, change of production, change in flow and perspective, and, you know, what he's talking about being more introspective on the second part as opposed to the first part. The only part that I did not like is I saw featuring Denzel Curry and no verse.
No, like, I was very confused.
I had to listen to that song again. Like, I was like, yo, Denzel Curry's on this project. And I looked at the track. I was like, Denzel, did I fall asleep during this song? What's it like? Where was Denzel Curry? And I listened again and realized he's on like the bridge part.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he's sampled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
It'd be like if we credit like Brandon with a feature for the God song, like
right. Where he's just doing the ad libs.
Yeah. Like, or like if on Good Kid, Mad City, it said featuring Schoolboy Q because he has the yeah.
Yeah, that was disappointing. But yeah, really, really good. Did you listen to his first album?
No.
Yeah.
But probably actually I've probably heard every song on there.
Yeah.
But I never listened to the album like all the way through.
His videos are always dope.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I first found out about him, I was like, oh, this is interesting because, you know, I don't listen to too much UK music.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, but the people that he was associating with were all people that I listened to. So
right.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Let me go.
He's like friends with all the like weirdo rappers.
Right. Yeah, okay. So maybe I haven't listened to all these songs. This is 17 songs. So this is a longer album, and this is not a double.
No. I like it though. Put out short, concise albums. Stop putting out deluxe. Stop putting out deluxe albums.
Yo, I think we're gonna get every album last year is gonna get a deluxe album, so that just in case they could go on tour. I feel like that's the reason.
I hate it. It makes me so upset. It's the worst. Yeah, I'm waiting for the damn deluxe album to come out. I'm gonna be so mad. so pissed off.
What do you mean? They just put it out again in reverse. That was it.
You guys wanted new music? That's crazy.
No. Just the track listing is backwards.
we reversed it.
The cover is blue.
You're welcome.
We did it, guys.
Punch out. What else? What else do you listen to? Anything else?
Album wise?
Yeah.
I don't think I've listened to any new projects. I know I have to listen to this Big Ghost Conway the Machine because it's actually on DSPs now. So, you know,
word.
Yeah, it's streaming now. I haven't listened to I haven't listened to anything new really. I've been listening to a lot of old music for some reason, but
I've been listening to Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers and been crying. Yo, man, what is that stupid song that makes me fucking cry? I was sitting in my car.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know the end. No, I was just gonna say that song. I know the end is probably one of my favorite songs ever. I was like driving to the dentist like 2 weeks ago, and I played that song, and it just gets to like the end where they're like repeating like the hook, and I'm just sitting there like on like Middlebrook Road, like I know the end, Phoebe. I know it. Stupid white girl. Great album. I should have listened to you like last year.
Yeah,
that was dope. After her SNL performance, I was like, I need to check this girl out.
Just on a whim, man. That was just like shout out to Alex McCurdy, my friend who had recommended it. It wasn't even all right. So I was talking about best albums. I think mid-year, last year, and well, okay. I think he posted up something like, "What are your favorite albums right now?" And like I had commented what I thought were my favorite albums, and this is like Alfredo and Pray for Paris and stuff like that, because that's the part of the year that we were at.
Dirty rap shit.
Yeah, and he was like, favorite album right now is Alfredo and Phoebe Bridger, and I was just looking at that list and I was like, yeah, there's definitely music on here that I haven't heard. And then I was like, I'm gonna take a listen, because usually his non-hip hop recommendations have hit for me, like so I listened to it and I was just like, oh yeah, no, this album is fire. Like I was just immediately I was like, oh no, I'll buy this album, like right now. I will buy it. I was just like, and then I just kept telling you, I was just saying, I'm listening to this Phoebe Bridger.
And I heard Kyoto because like everyone was talking about her, and I watched the video and I was like, okay, this is like cool, like indie bedroom like rock pop whatever, and I was like, I'm over this, there's probably nothing more here. And then I finally listened to the whole album and I was like, oh my god, what what is she doing to me? It's crazy. It's really dynamic. There's a lot of her influences are dope.
Right.
You can hear a lot of the music that she listens to. She has a great voice. Great voice. Songwriting is fun. Like doesn't take itself too seriously at moments. Like it's very like almost stream of conscious at times, but it's catchy, and I hope she keeps getting better.
All right, so just remember, if you ever wanted a almost year later Phoebe Bridger album review on a hip hop podcast, only on Don't Fake.
We out here, cuz.
But EP2, JPEGMAFIA.
Yeah, did you listen to it?
Yes, I did listen to it.
How was it? I watched the video for the whatever recent one he put out. That is Panic Room. But that was the only song I heard off.
So it's all pop, like pop style, like rap, like
Drake pop style.
No, like JPEGMAFIA pop. Like
okay.
Like hold on. So you know how he has I can't remember songs off the top of my head, so I have to look it up. It's like, is it Millennium Falcon? Is that the song?
No idea.
Hold on. Let me
I haven't listened to Peggy in a while.
This is a while ago. That's why. It's
Okay.
like the I Want It That Way. He's
Oh yeah.
Millennium Freestyle. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just an album of that basically. So
Okay.
so it's just like the really poppy and him singing, but like hold on, now I gotta find this line that he had on here because that shit was hilarious. Like I was listening to it and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna go back to this, like because it's not my style of JPEGMAFIA. Like I want to hear him.
Yeah.
Like EP, and I think it's funny. So EP1 was more of that.
Okay.
And then that was last year. And then EP2 is the more
interesting.
Yeah. Damn. But damn, well, damn, I can't remember the line verbatim, so I'm gonna butcher it. But he was just like, it's like a pop song, and he's like, when I hit you with this dick, it's not consensual. It's just the greatest thing ever. Because he's talking about a gun. But
I see.
Oh, I was just like, wait a minute. And that was the highlight. That was like the fourth song on the project. There's only 5 songs on it. I listened to 3 songs. I was like, I mean, these are songs. They're cool, I guess. And then that line came, and I was like, oh, all right. Well, I think we have a winner.
Yeah, Peggy's not here to play. He's. I don't know. I've not been interested in JPEGMAFIA for, I don't know, like over a year now. Yeah.
I mean, what context do you have after that? Yeah, All My Heroes Are Cornballs was 2 years ago now.
Yeah, but then he just started putting out like Weird Lucy's, and I don't know. There's just
that was EP1.
Yeah, like all the stuff that ended up on EP1. I think I just didn't like Bald or whatever. I didn't really like that much.
But did you like the Bald remix with Denzel Curry? That's pretty fire.
I think I heard that. I don't know. His videos used to be like very exciting, and now he just like records them like in his bedroom. And they just like that was part of it too. Like part of his thing was like the visuals that I was really attracted to, and now I don't know. I think that like that doesn't really exist anymore, and it didn't. That like helped his music a lot. That being said, I love like a lot like Veteran and All My Heroes Are Cornballs has some great songs on it, but like. The JPEGMAFIA package is kind of missing right now. It makes me not want to.
He doesn't really have a project, so I can't really like. If I'm going off of his last effort, which is All My Heroes Are Cornballs, then I'm like, all right, he's great. And then if he wants to just do random experimental shit with EP1 and EP2, then go ahead, do whatever you want. Like,
yeah, no, I'm totally being nitpicky.
Honestly, what you're trying to say is that as soon as he cut his hair, he hasn't been the same, and I get it. Yeah. I understand.
Absolutely.
Samson.
Yes.
Like
black.
That's why I have this.
Exactly. Black men should have braids or cornrows or dreadlocks.
Or just hair, yeah.
Or just hair in general. They shouldn't be bald.
Like even if you're balding, you gotta Chico Bean it and just let the hair grow.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder locks, baby.
Yeah, just get little baby locks.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, it's all good. Like look like Cthulhu in the back.
Exactly. You think Coolio is out here doing that? Yeah. The 4 fingers braids
still got
coming out the hat, because it's stylish. No, he's doing it because he knows that's where his strength is.
Because he knows. Remember Fred Hampton? Remember Malcolm X? Martin Luther King?
All had straight back cornrows.
It's Black History Month right now.
All of them had straight back cornrows, beards, and fronts.
That's right.
Don't let the history books fool you. When they show you those photos and stuff, that's redacted.
It's redacted, my guy.
Yeah, straight back cornrows. Malcolm X had a full perm at one point.
He was walking out the barbershop when he got shot. Straight up. Don't look that up.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
At the same barbershop. Same day. It's crazy.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, let me not. Say,
Yeah,
but
wait,
no,
hold on. That's Black History Month.
sorry. But
One Night in Miami is a must watch for everyone. A
yeah. So
beautiful movie made
outside
by
of
a
that, like
black
album
queen.
wise, I don't think anything else came out album wise
No,
that's of note. But yeah, single wise, we got a few things.
talk about it.
All right, so let me scroll through. So all right, so interesting enough, like I'll start off with the thing that you probably would be least inclined to listen to or care about, and Vic Mensa and Chance the Rapper have a new song together
With
with
Wyclef?
Wyclef Jean. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't listen to that yet. How is it?
it's Shelter. It's a dope song. It's another one of the introspective like more deep Vic Mensa songs, and then you get a pretty good Chance the Rapper Chance the Rapper verse as well.
Nope.
Um,
Like a coherent
Wyclef,
Chance the Rapper verse?
yeah, like a coherent like actual like rapping verse.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, Wyclef Jean is killing the hook, and
Great. Perfect.
yeah, and it's just cool. And then it's the video is really good. It's really well shot, well done, and it's basically about like COVID, which is interesting,
Okay.
but reflective in like in a light that doesn't show COVID. It's actually
Okay.
really interesting because I mean, so I guess the overall the story of the track and then the video of in it is like people don't want to be forgotten, and it's like now we're at 500,000 deaths for coronavirus,
Right.
and in the video it's just like, so it starts off with kids doing Ring Around the Rosie,
Hmm.
and
Right.
which
Makes
is
sense.
already, yeah. So
Yeah.
so then and
Black
then
Plague.
like and then it's just like bodies dropping in the street and how it's affecting people, and then for the most part it's just like he's walking and like bodies are dropping,
Mm.
and everybody's still going about their day and everything. So it's actually,
Okay.
yeah, it's a
That's
pretty
cool.
it's a pretty dope video. The song is good too. Yeah, I think everybody was in their bag, and like it's just, it's like, so Wyclef Jean is like somebody who you like really don't think about too much, but is
Right.
also like great. And like when you hear Wyclef
Yeah.
Jean, you're just like, I could, you know what, I could go for some Wyclef Jean music like right
Mhm.
now. I mean,
I was
like,
the president.
don't let him
Hey.
run for president of Haiti, but like, or like, don't
But he can
text,
sing about it.
don't text. What was it? Don't text the aid or whatever to the Yele
Oh.
relief.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
nah. Someone please call 911. Like that grit in his voice. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that. It's just there. And then I didn't realize like how much like his inflection like sounded like Chance in the beginning. Like before he gets like into his croon singing, like his like regular like his regular control is like how Chance like gets into like his weird bag.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, I never noticed that from Chance. So I was like, okay, so Chance is actually kind of getting in his Wyclef a little bit.
Interesting.
So yeah, like, yeah, go check out that song if you haven't heard it. You haven't heard it, so go. Yeah, watch the video. I would recommend. Yeah, the video is very well done.
It's probably
shot in the same neighborhood as Roll Bounce.
okay.
Weird fact, but they gave it to us.
That was part of the video. They said that.
So Vivo does this like behind the scenes
No.
thing, and it was just like, yeah, same cul-de-sac that they shot Roll Bounce in, and I was like, I would have never known that or like looked at it and been like, hey, is this from Roll Bounce? Like, no, it's like,
It looks familiar.
yeah, just got to be from Roll Bounce. Just in the YouTube comments. Excuse me, guys. I have a really, really, really dire question, and hopefully somebody can answer it for me. Is this the neighborhood from Roll Bounce?
100%. 149 comments.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yo, check this link side by side. Yo, that's the house Bow Wow lived in.
What was it? Was it good hearing Vic and Chance together? Like, do they still sound dope together?
Yeah.
It's been a while. I feel like
it's been a long while.
Yeah.
Because they even they patched things up like 3 or 4 years ago now.
that was more recent. Damn, yeah.
Nah, yeah, it's been like 3 years, I think. And even with that, yeah, no music from then.
Yeah.
And I think they've both dropped projects since then. So yeah, this was interesting. And then I think so Vic and Wyclef already had the song, right? And then they gave it to Chance. So Chance had already heard it, and I think Chance heard Vic go off, and he was like, "Okay, I have to actually rap instead of talking about the love and adoration I have for my wife and family."
Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Chance don't rap about bean pies.
Remember when Chance rapped about bean pies? Remember acid rap? It was all bean pies.
Bean pie
Every
rap.
track.
My man said, and niggas still getting body for bean pies. Like, what? Oh, you thought it was foams. Nah. It was originally bean pies. He changed it to foams because, people, they got to understand.
You ever had those bean pie kisses from your lady?
I miss my bean pie kisses.
It's just so sweet. Where is DC's answer to Chance the Rapper?
I miss my Muslim bean pie kisses. What?
Why gotta be okay? All right. Whatever. No, we have Nike boots. We don't need anything else.
Right.
Remember when Nike boots took over Montgomery County? You couldn't get away from it.
Yeah. All right. So then, outside of that, we got the tease, which was pretty funny, but so Denzel Curry, Kenny Beats, we get Unlocked 1.5, which is a remix album, and we got it, announced with the YouTube video.
Confusing announcement. I thought the whole project was dropping.
Yeah.
That's what they made it seem like.
They made it seem like the whole project was dropping, yeah. But we got the YouTube video, and the YouTube video is pretty hilarious. Got Robert Glasper in it, Smino. Dang, I can't remember who else was in it. But yeah, like you find out that it's fake Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats.
Yeah,
and they. The real ones are secretly trapped inside of the computer while they're out, and they're on a quest for world domination, and he didn't hit mute on his phone, so yeah, it just Smino could have heard everything, but he didn't, and
right,
yeah, so just those two playing together and everything. Denzel is a character, so it was real fun. And then the song was good.
I did not hear it.
Okay. Yeah, like so.
I want to wait for the full album to come out. But
I'll tell you what, like it makes sense. Like I was listening to this Robert Glasper instrumental, and I'm like, all right. I mean, I still like the Kenny Beats version of these beats. I'm sure this is offering a different dynamic to the project, but at the same time, I was just like. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to fathom Smino rapping over the original instrumental, and it's impossible. Can't do it.
Interesting. Okay.
So Robert Glasper bringing that jazz element to the actual song allowed for Smino to come on and skate pretty smoothly.
That's dope.
So, yeah,
and I'm sure, and Denzel fit like right into that pocket.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's what's dope about Denzel Curry though, is like you can kind of put him on almost any beat, and his like delivery and inflection for the most part is gonna work. There's some songs where he's really going in that fit with those beats, but like all of those Unlock songs, like you could just take those Denzel Curry Acapulcos and put them on like a boom bap or like a drill beat or like a jazz beat. Like
Yeah, which was what was done. So
that's
yeah.
cool.
So Denzel Curry's verses are still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, his verses are still the same. So it's cool that they found a pocket to blend that style and then allow Speedo to hop on it, and it's pretty flawless. Like
That's cool.
if this was the first song that came out and I never heard Kenny Beats original, it would sound regular.
Yeah. That's dope. When's that's coming? What, like in a week or two?
Who knows? No,
Yeah. Okay.
no idea. Did he put an announcement? I have no idea.
Who knows? It'll come out. So that's dope. That's Unlocked is probably one of the better albums from last year. Yeah, Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. I hope they have like more actual music coming. I think I hope this is just like we're just gonna hold you over until
2 drops.
Until number 2, because they are now the new Run the Jewels.
I'm about to kill a bug real quick because that's.
I bet. Yeah. While Shaheer kills the bug, I just wanted to. Okay, you're back. That was you step on it.
It was on the wall.
That was on the wall. Okay. Is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
Gosh, that sucks.
Really hey, sad. Yo, do vegans eat bugs?
No, I think they like keep them as like in jars, right? Don't they put like a stick in a jar and like put a bug in it or some shit?
I don't know, but like, so I was watching Adam Ruins Everything on HBO Max. Okay. It was a wild tangent. And they were talking about how the FDA allows for like, trace bugs to like be in broccoli, spinach, green beans, and stuff like that because it's pretty much untraceable.
Yeah.
And like, and the only reason that there's a limit is so that like it's not visible, but it's perfectly harmless and healthy for you. So they were talking about transition if you transition over to my headphones have just like curled up and I don't know what happened.
I didn't know if that happened the whole time. Like you had some wild like chin shit going on.
Yeah.
You get like some dope ass braid, which would be kind of fly.
But yeah, so they were talking about like how if you and I mean it makes sense. Like if you transition over your diet, if we switch half of the world's meat population to insects instead of livestock, then it'll be better for the environment and it will be better for like nutrition as a whole. And I was just like, all right, so if vegans are out here already accidentally consuming like these bugs and insects, and I'm sure there's vegans who kill bugs,
right,
because they're not animals to them apparently,
right.
I'm just like, I feel like vegans should just like crush some Demolition Man style hamburgers.
Now I want Taco Bell. Would you ever go vegan?
I don't know, man. It made bugs sound real good. So like if I can eat some bugs, I might buzz around. No, I'm joking, but all right, so and then this is another weird tangent. All right, so
okay,
I am avid fan of the Burger King Impossible Whopper.
It's great.
Like it's fire.
It's like $19, but it's so good.
I prefer it to the actual Whopper. Like I'll get like if I'm going, I will get an Impossible Whopper over a regular meat Whopper.
Easy. But
so I was on the app about to order Burger King the other day, and it was like, yo, they were like, for non-meat eaters, there's a non-griddle vegan option available, but must be it was like available upon request. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh no, they bamboozled everybody.
I was like, yo, is this delicious because it's made in like Whopper grease? Like, is that why? Like, it's just, do vegans just gotta not think about this? And if that is the case, Like I feel like that should be more wildly advertised. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is not vegan. Just to let you, it's an Impossible Whopper. It's made with, no meat, but we're making it in the meat grease.
That's actually, it's actually great that you said that. So if you are a vegan or vegetarian, or if you eat halal or kosher and you want to get the Impossible Whopper, ask for it not to be made with the other patties.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Yeah, so now I gotta try to cop the Impossible Whopper without like the vegan version of it, because
it's gonna be ass.
Yeah, then now I'm worried. Like they were like, yeah, we have a non charbroiled version. I was like, what? Why even make it at that point? But I mean, all right. So I've had a Beyond Burger, obviously prepared by me, no additives, and it was pretty good. I have Impossible meat. Impossible meat. I have the Impossible, like ground meat, in the refrigerator that I need to use. So, but yeah, I'm just like, I haven't made the Impossible myself, but the only context that I have is from the Impossible Whopper, and it was so good that I went and bought like 8 Impossible like hamburger patties, and then like the ground meat style, so that I can make my own. And now I'm just deathly afraid to even use it, because I'm like, yo, what if this is trash?
It's all how you season it. It's probably fine.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I know it's not going to be trash, but like,
but it might be though. That spray some meat juice on it.
That Impossible Whopper hit different. Like that's a good burger.
That's disappointing. I have a couple Beyond Meat patties like sitting in my freezer. Maybe I'll make that for lunch tomorrow. But yeah, it's great.
When I was a pescatarian for a week, we had like a chili dog day, so I had the vegan chili dogs with the Beyond Italian sausage and vegetarian chili. It was good. It was different. Like if I'm ever craving a chili dog, like I'm not going to that.
No.
Like you just got to take the L at that point. Like
but like
there's nothing compensating you.
Have you ever had like a chili dog from like Checkers and it's like it's hit? You always feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying. But you need that feeling. So like the Italian sausage and the vegetarian chili, like it was good, but it tasted like health. like what? All right, so like obviously the one thing that they always tell you is that like if you become a vegan, you can still eat like shit and be a vegan. Like there's mad unhealthy vegan shit. Like you could definitely kill yourself eating vegan food. You're just not doing it with the harm of animals. So like I'm like, yeah, nah, I want that feeling like, oh man, I shouldn't have done this. And that didn't give me that feeling.
right. You don't want sustenance. You want regret.
Yeah, I want the regret. Like the Impossible Whopper makes me feel like I'm eating a Whopper, and that's why I like it. Like it hits.
Yeah.
And yeah, that just made me feel. I was like, I'm doing the right thing, and that's not what I want when I'm eating a chili dog. I want to feel like I'm doing the right thing.
No. Nobody eats a chili dog for its nutritional value.
Yeah.
I gotta get in 560 calories real quick.
Yeah,
Let me get this Hormel popping.
My net calories tell me that I could use some more red foods today. Let me.
My Apple Watch tells me I should boil these hot dogs.
It's never been a thing. It's just like, oh man, you know what? I want to eat like shit today. Let me throw on the chili dogs.
How do you feel about gourmet hot dogs?
50-50. All right, so I've been to a doghouse.
Yeah.
And all right, so let me just say one. there's the gourmet, like they have the gourmet options where it's just like random shit, and then like you can choose like a different type of beef and whatnot, and it's just like it gets over, like it gets overdone. Like, yeah, we put like jalapenos and quinoa in it. Like, you're just like, what are you doing?
It was made by a Japanese dude.
Yeah,
like why?
And like they got like the Mexican version and all of that stuff, but like so Doghouse has their standard hot dog with chili and cheese inside of a Hawaiian sweet bun.
Yeah.
And like hot dogs inside of Hawaiian sweet rolls are just incredible. So so I'm good with that. Like, that's as gourmet as I ever want to get. Like, give me a Hawaiian sweet roll. But yeah, when you overdo it and you add all of these ingredients, like no, I just want
it doesn't it's
regular
it's like this
dog.
big.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put like 89 things on it because I can't taste any of it. It's all just all over my hands, and it all tastes like one mess.
Like, yeah, don't give me asparagus and pickled beets on my hot dog. Like, what are you doing?
What's going on? I have no shame in cutting up my fucking halal beef frank, throwing it in the microwave, and wiping the grease off,
exactly,
putting it in a bun, and eating that shit. It's delicious.
This is not 50% freaking Asiago, 50% Kobe beef.
Asiago. It's a 50% Asiago cheese hot dog. Remember we were kids? We had the fucking like, it was like a little like cheese like cylinder inside the hot dogs.
Yeah,
that was a nice surprise. Like, ooh, wow. What do you think of the new JID song?
that's the transition. Skiki.
Yeah, Skiki.
We talk about. Nah, it's fire.
Yeah, it's good. It's good hearing him back.
Yeah, and the album's dropping soon, which is what he says. I mean, it could be
what he says.
Album dropping soon could be next year, so who knows?
That's
I'm pretty sure when he dropped DiCaprio 2, he told us that he had 2 albums done. And he's been like, hey, thanks for taking the time to work with me while I work on this album. And I'm like, hey, man, you told me you had a whole No ID album done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you talking about right now? But yeah, Skiki is cool. He got off a lot of points. He said that he wants his granny to run hands with Nancy Reagan, and that's the best bar of the year so far.
Yeah. Yeah, he always has gems. Like, when he raps, like if you listen to like like Never Story or whatever, like there's gems in there. But to hear him fully like a mature JID, that was really dope. Like there's definitely some growth on this song.
Right.
Compared to some of his older shit. Again, he always talks about some real life stuff. But he has it's from like a younger perspective. This song felt like he grew up a little bit between the last time we heard him and now. Not just with what he was talking about, but just like his delivery and how he was like going about like the song structure, and it's still a JID song. Like, he's not sacrificing any of that.
Right.
He's still rapping very, very well. I'm hearing a lot more Lil Wayne in him.
Now?
Yeah, it's weird. I heard this and I was like, oh, I'm hearing a lot of Lil Wayne now.
That's the first thing I said. Like, as soon as they dropped like the Never Story,
exactly,
the first little snippet before the album came out.
Yeah,
I went and listened to all of the music that he had available on like SoundCloud, and I was just like, oh damn, like this is like 2007 to 2009 Lil Wayne. This is cool. And then of course, once the album dropped, you get to differentiate yourself a little bit more.
Yeah. Especially
when you're actually working with a label now, and your life changes, so you expect the music to change as well. But yeah, I've always heard that mixtape Wayne in him. Like, yeah,
it was good to hear that in more of a like mature level. So I hope the whole album is just like real life, like JID, like real talk. If I get a full album of JID, just like, this is all of the shit that I need you guys to know about, and I'm gonna educate you guys over the beat. The beat was dope. Do you know who produced it?
I'm about to check right now. Hold on.
Probably Christo.
I mean, it could be, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does it say?
Yeah, the
Yep,
way the
it's
samples
Christo.
flip. Yeah. That's wild for Christo. The sample flip was crazy. It was really, really smooth. Yeah.
But yeah, that third verse,
Mhm.
that third verse has a lot in it. I'm just gonna go ahead and recite part. Yeah, so he says, elbow rubs and handshakes from hands that tied ropes on necks in red states. Another dead black ass man. I need a damn break. They never gave us a chance. I had to take it. I need all the payments for every day we suffered, all the hatred. I want my granny to shoot the hands with Nancy Reagan. I want emancipation, standing naked at the auction with my dick out, hanging for reparations. No matter how much I say it, they ain't hearing my voice. Cause as long as them crackers paying, you ain't much of a choice. And you can shoot 1,000,000 J's, you'll probably never be Jordan. You can run 1,000,000 yards, you're still 40 acres short.
That line, that line was crazy.
Like, So yeah, that's how he ends the song, and it's just like even before that, you getting gems, and it's just like man, like that's a lot. Like this is gonna be a lot of fodder for like the reviewers, like the track reviewers. Like it's gonna be a lot there for them.
It's nice hearing rap with some depth to it again. I feel like we got for the most part, a lot of like surface level bars. We got bars last year, but none of it was like anything we could like kind of like bite into. We had some like Blue and Exile and like a lot of those albums and Black Thought, like those albums where you could like really kind of chew on it and pull something out. But for the most part, it's been missing, and it's nice that is back where you can go and read lyrics and pull shit out.
Yeah, and I think it's good. Like it's funny because especially like, so I have friends like one of my friends like is probably like the biggest advocate of the hatred of J. Cole, right? Like, like I don't like J. Cole at all, and I was just like I think it was when the Never story came out, like I kept talking about J.I.D. and I was just like, yo man, he's fire, and like I kept playing like the snippets on Instagram, and I'm just like, he's fire. And then he's just like, yo, you kept talking about your boy J.I.D. I listened to him, and like now I can't stop. So it's just like, it's weird. Like J.I.D.'s that bridge because he's somebody that like the crap. He said it in the song. Dang, hold on, let me pull up the lyrics because he was talking about he was like the rap game switched from the dealers to abusers, and he was like, I'm sitting in the middle, I don't want to choose sides. And it was just like, like he has that position where like he can hang out with all of the people. I mean, obviously he's probably not the biggest advocate of like doing crazy drugs because he has like off the zoinkies when he's like, hey yo, don't smoke cigarettes, and like some of y'all need to lay off the Zans, like but at the same time he's just like, yo, no, like I know where you're coming from because of like the history of my family and addiction, and like how I know the world is gonna work. So him being able to navigate that, and him being able to construct songs that are similar to like the way that the people are constructing songs now, but also have the amount of lyrical density that he has the ability to put in a song, it's kind of like eating the medicine with the applesauce, like so it's good that he's the messenger.
It's like how you were saying that, like it's the middle child thing that J. Cole was talking about. Yeah, kind of, like where he's, but it's like the younger middle child. Yeah, exactly. And so I do love the similarities between both of them, where J. Cole is more of like for like a more of a like mature older audience, even though he's not that much older than we are, the mature older audience. And then you've got Jid, who's like for like people who are like crazy rapidy rap, like pushing boundaries and things like that, where Cole will always stay in his pocket and stay in his lane, and Jid will be all over the place, and he won't be afraid to do any of it. Like he never sounds. I've never heard JID sound uncomfortable on a beat or on a song.
Yeah.
Like he always knows exactly how he's going to approach things, and he'll do it very, very well. Even like was it Strawberry Kisses or something? Strawberries.
Yeah, Strawberries.
But, with that's so like a smooth ass song. JID sounds so at home on a beat like that. So yeah, and he's I always feel like he's just getting started. Like I still feel like he's so like early in his career.
Yeah, it's weird. Like especially these new crop of like indie signed artists.
Yeah.
So like yeah, like the moniker like the TDE artists like Reason, like Isaiah Rashad, JID, like, and then you get like the Sminos and Sabas, like these people who like are probably netting, you know, like in the millions of listeners.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, but like then you compare it to like the Drakes and the Kendricks, and they're getting like billions of streams and stuff like that. And it's just like, yo, like you're like, yo, these artists technically have a push, but they don't have a push. So like imagine if they had a push, like where they could be. And that's what it is, with JID. It's just like I was looking at like the Never story, I think, and I was just like, it'd be wild if he was just like a major label artist. And then I'm like, yo, he's a major label artist, but the way that it works now is just so weird, because it's just like, all right, so we have these major labels, but we're only focused on 2 or 3 artists, really. Like, so
do you think that's the curse of like being signed to an artist? Because like JID will never be bigger than J. Cole, and like that's just by design of Dreamville.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, so but at the same time, if he was, I think it's a two-folded thing, because all right, so if J. Cole didn't sign him, he wouldn't have the notoriety that he has right now.
Right.
And chances are, if J. Cole didn't sign him, he would have still got signed, but he would be a Def Jam like third-party act, which is worse than where he's at right now.
Yeah.
And in order to climb,
like Strange Music or something.
And no, I mean like Def Jam proper. Like you remember when Def Jam did the compilation album with all of their artists?
Yes.
And you don't know who any of those artists are?
Yeah.
Like, and still don't know who any of those artists are? Like, like there's mad people signed to like the proper like major label. Like these are Def Jam exclusive artists. Yeah. These are Universal Music Group exclusive artists. They're not signed through other labels and stuff, and they're not getting shined. Whereas you have people like Meg Thee Stallion who's signed to like 1500, and you have like people signed to like QC, and they're doing numbers because they're like the main act. Like I feel like especially when you don't have that big of a buzz and you get put into, all right, so in like the 80s and the 90s and even the early 2000s, when A&Ring was a big thing, they would take these acts that didn't have a big draw and they would turn them into big draws, because that's the type of push that the labels had. Whereas now they're taking these acts that have like a medium, small to medium draw, and they're just there, like that's just where they are, and they're using their music for like sync licensing, and they're like, so they're getting on like TV shows and they're getting in like movies and stuff, because that's where the record label is making their money, but the artists aren't doing much after that. Like they're not expanding they're not expanding their audience. They're still stuck in the same thing. Like the artists that are from here, like Bo Young Prince is signed to Def Jam. He's a local, he's an artist from here. Like,
never heard that name.
Exactly. So like, but he was on the Into the Spider-Verse, the soundtrack. Like, so it's just like, yeah, like there's a pro, like the pro of signing to an artist is that if you are actually a really good artist, you have a chance to blossom. Yeah. Like, but yeah, but then it's that iffiness of, does the label see it in you? Because it's the same thing with like the TDE artists, right? So I mean, Schoolboy Q's not signed to Kendrick, but Schoolboy Q is signed to TDE, and then he got the ability to go to the majors, just like
Kendrick is the flagship artist.
Yeah, just like, and then like J Rock got that second chance to come in with a redemption, like, and come back into the majors. But then you still have artists like Isaiah Rashad and Ab-Soul and Lance Skywalker,
Ab-Soul, who came up with all three of those guys.
Right. So it's just like, it's like, is the label gonna take a chance on those folks? Even like TDE is so closely associated with Aftermath and Interscope, but are they taking a chance on them? So the answer is no. So like and then the same thing with Dreamville. It's like, you know that from like placements and promotion, Earth Gang and JID are getting a much bigger push with the budgets that they have available to them from Dreamville than a Cause, even Boss, and like Omen. So you have like Ari Lennox, Earth Gang, and JID, who are like the flagship Dreamville artists, right? And then you have the other people that are there. And I mean, like, they're solid artists, they're making music, they're doing their thing, they get the J. Cole features, but they're still in that perpetual loop of, is the label gonna take that risk on them? Like, are they gonna do the big tours, or are they gonna do the small venues? Like, are they gonna headline, or are they gonna be a supporting act? Like, that's where they're at. Like, JID is gonna be a mid-level venue artist, or like that second artist in the big stage for a decent amount of time, unless like he gets his shine. And I like, and then like, I don't even know how that happens anymore. Like, I don't understand like what fan conversion even is now, because there's really great rappers that will never get the fan base of a Drake or a Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, and it's just like, who determines that? Like, I don't even know. And then with coronavirus now, I don't even know if it can even be gauged with like touring. Like, how is touring gonna work? Like, what's a sold out venue in 2022? Is it 50% capacity? Is that still sold out? Because people are gonna be iffy. Like, if you start like the Weeknd's tour, like if the Weeknd's tour like if it actually goes on as planned, and he's doing, let's say, stadiums, because it's the Weeknd, he could do stadiums. Like, if he's doing like a stadium tour, but they cap it at 20,000 like capacity and like a 40,000 person like venue, that's still a win, right? Like, especially like after coronavirus. So like, but I don't know how that works for like the mid-level artists. Yeah, like, because I mean, you got to understand, like, the venues like Songbird or U Street Music Hall, 930 Club, like, these are smaller venues. So are people even gonna want to like get hammed up in there, or is it just all festivals? Is it all festivals once we get back?
It's all going to be overseas shows. I think it's going to be a while before there's a big festival in the US. But the thing is like, for those mid-level artists, the Weeknd can charge $350 for nosebleeds. JID can't charge $150 for standing room only,
right?
Because those prices are going to get marked up. Like, if
because
you thought concerts
the
were
capacity
expensive,
is going down,
exactly. You thought concerts were expensive 2 years ago? No, their prices are going to get doubled when everything opens back up, because they've got to make their money back from all the shows they missed. All this stuff got canceled, and then artists need to make their money back from not touring for 2 years, and it's not full capacity. So it's like, it's just going to be really expensive for at least a year.
Just like, I think
festivals, I think, will stay like around the same price. But yeah, all those halls, no.
I think I want to say that like actually it's weird. All right, so I've probably gotten too old for the age where I'm like, I'm trying to be in a a crowd in mosh anyway, right?
Yeah, no, I'm
So that's kind of quiet for me anyway. But
yeah.
I'm thinking about when I went to the Schoolboy Q show and how like all of us were collectively touching and how gross that feels in 2021.
Yeah.
Like just imagining like being next to a person like and touching them like
You're probably gonna have a mask on.
Like that just feels wild to me. Like I don't so they're gonna have to like try to figure in, and that's still not even it's a catch-22 because on one hand they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna lower the capacity in order to mitigate risk and allow people to space out a little bit. But at the same time, if it's an artist that's big, like if it's a J.I.D. and J.I.D's like getting the crowd going, like he's not gonna be like, I want all y'all to stay 6 feet apart. All right, now jump. Like he's gonna be like, I want everybody to the motherfucking front right now, and everybody is going to uniformly mush into each other and become one unit, and that's gonna be the show. Everybody collectively moving together as one, and that's what it's gonna be. So you're gonna be like, all right, so I'm gonna limit the capacity because it's still gonna be full, but then everybody's gonna come together and it's just gonna be half of the floor is empty, and it's gonna be like, does that really make a difference? Because I don't think it does. So it's gonna be really interesting to see.
It's gonna be a while till we get there.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, I guess it depends what you feel like a while is. It's about to be March, and I feel like this year is going really, really fast. Like my lease is up in May, and I'm like, yo, that's like 2 months away.
Y'all buying a house?
I don't even know, man.
It's a good time to buy.
I mean, I honestly said that I want to buy a house, but I think I'm gonna try to do it next year as opposed to this year.
It'll go good with your Apple Watch.
Right. Like, I got an iPhone now, so I of course needed a house. Yeah.
What time is it in my house?
But I think so I mean, obviously iPhone, got the Apple Watch, so I'm thinking I have to get the AirPods next, a Mac computer.
Gotta get the AirPods Max too.
Yeah.
Big joints. And
then at that point, it's the house and then the Hollywood white teeth. So, that's the next, the advancement. It's just the Hollywood whites.
You can get like a Tesla.
Oh damn, Tesla. Tesla's probably before the teeth.
Yeah.
I think you got to get the Tesla to get the teeth.
You could probably get your teeth done at the Tesla dealership. I think they got that now.
Yeah. But I need them to be like big, like like huge, like
big
like
ass.
My teeth now, like I need them to be like
just.
Hey, you see the lip that I have now? Double it.
Yeah, chiclets.
You hear a smile for me. Like I want my natural smile to be there. I hear.
I started watching Silicon Valley again. Did you ever watch that?
I saw the first season and maybe the second season. No, I didn't see the second season. I saw the first season.
It's hilarious. I'm on season 3 now. It's very funny.
I'm the worst type of fan that you could ever have for most shows. If it's a show that I like a lot, but I'm not committed to, I'll just stop watching it because I don't want it to end. And then it'll end and I'll be like, okay, I can watch the show now.
Yeah, I get that.
And yeah, but I mean, but then if it's like if it's a show that I'm like definitely committed to, like Atlanta, then I'm watching weekly every episode.
There's a lot of shows that I start and I'm like, yo, this is one of the best shows in the world. I never finish it.
Yeah.
I get through half of season 1 and I'm like, yeah, it's a good show. Yeah. I don't need to finish it, but I know it's a good show.
Like, I mean, I got into Breaking Bad when it was still on, but it was the 4th season. And at that time, they're already announced that like the 5th season is the last season. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, we're good. We can just watch this.
Might as well wait.
Like, this is doable. Yeah, but then, like shows like Watchmen, like I just watched Watchmen this year.
You finished it?
Yeah, I finished Watchmen and
what'd you think?
And I'm sad because it's there's no more. Like they're not
I know.
It's
Yeah.
done. Like
They might. It's not off the table.
it's not off the table. Doug Lyman. No, crap. Who is this? No, Lindelof. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damien Lindelof.
Yeah. So he said that he was like I feel like told my complete story. I have no intentions of doing another season, but if you guys want to take it forward, feel free to do it. And she ate that egg and was gonna walk on that water. So we know what's happening.
Yeah, she's no spoilers. Go watch Watchmen.
That was that was a great conclusion, by the way. Like,
yeah, great show. I think I talked about this like on the pod, like when it was starting. Like that is an amazing. It's not marketed as this, but it's an amazing Black superhero show.
Yeah.
And it came out in an amazing time.
Yeah.
Dope show. Regina King, so sick. It's crazy. Her career is like only getting like crazier, which is nuts because she's been around.
How am I 50 and fire now? I've been around since the
Seriously.
80s.
She was in Friday. Everybody forgot. But speaking of
Cosby Show.
Yeah. Speaking of, we'll wrap up in a bit, but Atlanta season 3 and 4 finally getting filmed. I don't believe that, but Donald Glover signed a crazy deal with Amazon.
Yeah, with Amazon.
Yeah, he's got what? It's like 8 shows or something that he's working on for Amazon.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Malaya Obama.
What, really?
She's a writer on one of the shows. She's like in the writer's room.
I'm so upset.
But yeah, like, so then
I wish I had that kind of privilege here.
I do too.
Stupid. What? Show me a joke that she's ever made that's been funny. That's hit. Show me pull it up right now. I'll tell you if she deserves to be in a writer's room with Donald Glover.
Hey, look. She smokes weed with white people at her college and gets talked about for it all the time. So she needs a win, and this is a win for her.
That's a fact. Okay, I'll give her that. But if Sasha is in that room too, no, I'm not watching that show.
She goes to
He's not funny.
She goes to the University of Michigan. She's not here for any.
She's good. She's on the rowing team or something.
Like her life is different.
I
Malaya looks like Obama and Sasha looks like Michelle. So
yeah, we know which one's the cool one.
Different life courses.
Yeah. I hope we see those shows. Like Donald Glover he's not very consistent, like with his delivery. When he puts stuff out, it's good, but he doesn't put stuff out very often. And signing him to a deal like that, I don't know if all those things will come out. We might get 1 or 2 of those.
Well, no, I think they will come out. All right, so I think because he had a deal with FX, and in that FX deal, he had the Deadpool show, and then they just straight up were like, nah, and then he went and penned that note where he was talking about his feelings about the Deadpool show and
I remember that.
all of the good things that he wanted to do. I think he put out like a page of dialogue written in the Deadpool style about how the show got canceled.
Didn't his brother wasn't his brother writing it?
Well, they were both writing it.
They were both writing it.
Yeah, so I think that soured like his whole situation with FX, and then it's weird because then he ends up becoming like this big Disney person eventually. But but then now with Amazon, I feel like with his ability to cultivate, like, first of all, his brother is somebody that he has a lot of faith in. Obviously, like he had the whole "get your booty to the pole" thing, and like he's like one of the head writers on Atlanta. So I feel like it's a situation where like he trusts his brother and he trusts the writing room. Like if you look at the writing room on Atlanta, you'll see that a lot of these writers on the episodes get their personal time to shine. Like they get the episode that's their episode, and then that moves over to the director's chair, and then that gets them more confident. And if they're starting to lead, like if they're coming from writers' rooms and starting to lead writers' rooms, then that creates more writers' rooms. And once you get to that point, then it's like creating 8 shows is not out of the realm of possibility, because you have 8 people that you're confident in as head writers, because they were all the writers in that original Atlanta writing room.
That's true.
So
well, I guess if it's like a produced by Donald Glover,
exactly,
maybe he's just like, let me give these people shows.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Like I don't think he's like, I have these 8 show ideas. I think he's like, hey, I'm Donald Glover, and I know my name holds weight here. So these are creatives that I've been working with for the past 4 or 5 years that I feel can really like bring something to the table. And then you get a lot of executive produced by projects from Donald Glover, the same way that you get a bunch of executive produced by projects from Jordan Peele right now that he's not attached to, you know, like as an editor, as a writer or director. Yeah, so that's what I think it is more so.
Yeah.
Is that he was just like, yo, I'm going to leverage my name in order to bring this network, but this this branch of the network, but it's going to be like disciples rather than just all me content. Because I mean, as much as I like Donald Glover, I don't need 8 Donald Glover shows, like 8 shows starring Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. Like I don't need Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Just stay with Atlanta. Like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like, but hey, if you want to hang out as, you know, Solo and L3 Phoebe,
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say Phoebe Bridger.
I know, and they both popped around the same time. It was weird.
I'm just like, it's not it. But yeah, so like if they want to have that, you know, that dynamic from Solo, a Star Wars story, like more power.
I didn't realize she was the
she's the robot
droid in Solo. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Great. We'll get more of that.
Yeah. So yeah, and then if you know he does Lando, you know, just more.
Right. He's gonna do Lando.
Lion King 2.
Yeah. Lando got announced.
Well, they didn't announce him though. They just announced the Lando show.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it wouldn't matter if he got.
It's gonna be young Lando.
Yeah. He's like 16 years old.
A 9-year-old.
It's like the kid from Into the Spider-Verse.
He's just working on the Millennium
Shameik
Falcon.
Moore is.
Shameik Moore got canceled.
Why did he get canceled?
He said something really stupid about like black people.
Wasn't he Miles Morales?
Yes, he was. And then he got canceled, and nobody wanted him to be Miles Morales anymore.
But the kid from the game is so much better. I love that kid. Did you play the game?
No. I don't have a PlayStation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. You know, PlayStation 5. It's a great game.
I don't have PlayStation 4.
Well, that's because you're broke.
No, that's because it's broke. Okay, so it was a police brutality statement. Okay, so Shameik Moore blasted for comments on police brutality and Rosa Parks.
Okay, great.
All right, so he said, we have to work on our community before blaming everything on racists and police. There is still black on black violence that needs to be addressed. And 2, if we know that the wrong white person could change our whole life with a false accusation, why do we give him the energy they want? Give them an inch and they will take a mile. We literally know this already. At what point do we look at ourselves and make adjustments? Look, all I'm saying is, in the moment, when we are experiencing racism, can we, the black community, find ways to avoid being killed or hunted? So, like, he got ran through.
As does every single prolific black person that makes the same exact statement. Yeah. I swear they're all planted by white people, because that's not the first time a person of color has said that.
Mm-hmm.
They all get ran through. White people are putting money in their pockets. They're saying, "Yo, tell them it's black people's fault." Here's a check. Just say it on Instagram Live.
Hey, so we got a lot of protesting going on. So, like, be sure to remind them about black on black violence, like black on black crime. It's the
Still a
biggest
thing.
thing. Like, black people mostly kill black people. Don't mention that white people mostly kill white people too. Don't say
Yeah.
that.
Remember the Bloods and the Crips?
Yeah, tell them about that.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, what is it? Caleb Landry Jones, the kid from Stranger Things. Yeah, that's who we're rocking with now.
Bet. He's fine. What is he like? He's like 26 years old or something, right?
Nah, he's like 20.
Yeah, right. Okay, something like that. All those kids are old as hell.
Yeah, no, but all right. So he would. So when
He's like
the
the
show,
oldest one, right?
yeah, because when the show
Yeah.
came out, like they were supposed to be like 11 or something,
Yeah.
and he was like 14. So
Yeah.
so now they're all like, I think Millie Bobby Brown is what, 16 or 17 now. So yeah, he's 20.
He's he's like smoking cigarettes, they're all, like, drinking juice boxes.
I mean, yeah, Time Patch is just gonna be really wild for them because he has like a full mustache and beard.
He was crazy. He's got a kid.
Mad tattoos. Like, hey, man, I didn't know y'all was doing a season 4, to be honest with you.
Hey, 11. Come here real quick, girl.
Hey, damn, you looking thicker than a mug. I know we're the same age, but it feels like you're a predator.
You still got Drake's number? Mm. I'm creepy as shit. Well, that was nice. It was nice having a podcast again.
Yeah, it was nice
Talking about
having
stuff.
music.
I know. Nothing's coming out, so it doesn't matter.
Never.
Uh,
You get 1 week.
I hope stuff comes out. Yeah, we'll see. Shaheer's got music coming out.
I got beat tape dropping on Friday,
Yeah,
which
you
is
got
probably
beat
when
tape.
this episode is going to drop, because we're probably going to get a Bobby Shmurda song within the next week. So
Yeah, we're definitely getting Bobby Shmurda song.
we didn't talk about Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda's
Yeah.
home. He got
Bobby Shmurda's out. Yeah.
the PJ Quavo. You know, shout out to Bobby Shmurda. Like,
He came back, and they have iPhones now.
yeah,
Oh,
because when he got out of the jail cell, his hat promptly returned to Earth and landed on his head.
right back on his head.
And
What a loyal hat. Yeah, Bobby Shmurda's back. So yeah, we'll get. I'm sure we'll get more music. Roddy Ricch got shot at. I hope Roddy Ricch is okay.
oh yeah, he's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
and 42 Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benny the Butcher and El Camino are dropping a project, but I think it's in April.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in April. So yeah, we're not gonna get music before we.
It's February.
Pot again. It's
February. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's late April when this project's dropping.
I'll bet. So
That
so
song
May?
is the song that they dropped though is dope.
Okay.
Immunity is what it is.
Goodbye to Daft Punk.
Yes.
That was a sad surprise, but also
really
they've been
was.
around for 28 years, rocking it. Big influences on me, production wise, since the beginning. I've looked up to them for a long time. If you have not,
I've been told that they decided to break up because I'm entering the 80s synth fuck world. And,
Shaheer started making beats again after like a year, and Daft Punk immediately broke up after
so that's obviously causation and not correlation. So
that.
just gotta accept this as fact now.
But now you got to get a dumbass helmet. I'll get one too. We'll be the new Daft Punk. But yeah, no, if you have not,
Let's do
if you've associated Daft Punk with like weird techno house music, sure, they've got that, but they've also got a lot of
Everything.
a lot of everything. Every album is different. Yeah, they're super dope, and it's not too late to jump into their discography, because that music,
Yeah, it's
even
timeless.
though some of it's old, like mid 90s, late 90s, some of that music came out, it is like, it's timeless, like Shaheer said, like it's still holds up very well.
Yeah.
And it's a nice gateway to, like, if you want to get into like house music and electronic music and shit, like it's a nice way to get into it, if you're feeling that.
And if you haven't listened to the Tron Legacy soundtrack,
I've
my
not
God.
listened to that.
You haven't listened to the Tron Legacies?
I didn't see the movie, so I thought it'd be weird if I listened to the soundtrack.
Oh, go listen to that right now. Go,
Yeah,
just go.
I think I will. Okay.
Yo, that. Oh man, it's fantastic. Like you don't even need it. I mean, it's much better than the movie.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, it's
Then I will just
better.
listen to it.
Much better than the movie. But yeah,
Okay,
no,
perfect.
I highly recommend that. God, I hope they didn't raise the price on that vinyl because I still want it.
They probably did. Yeah.
So it was already like $120
That's why we got to do our
on a $32 album.
ass, cash, or grass for vinyls.
Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good for today.
Tune in every Friday for Stash, Cash, or Pass on the Keynote Comics channel.
You can do that.
I'm in the chat, trolling, having
Mostly.
fun. I'm taking it seriously now. It's a lot of fun. I'm down for the hip hop variant episode whenever you want to do it.
Bet. Did you pick some?
Except not this Friday. Next Friday.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What do you want me to do? You want me to pick covers?
Yeah. We're just gonna go over our favorite ones.
Oh, bet. Oh, word. That sounds dope then. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I will probably be on that show at some point in the future. But yeah, we've been rocking for a little bit now. I think it's like an hour and a half. So thank you for chilling with us. Hope you guys enjoyed hearing us actually talk about music and break down things and not just complain about coronavirus and talk about our computers.
Yeah, we had to talk about computers today.
Yeah, no. Speaking of computers, Bobby Schmurd. So
Bobby Schmurder is inside of my computer.
he's in your computer. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. And if it's your first time, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with some friends if you want. We'd like to keep doing this, and we probably will, no matter what. Maybe we should do a live show one day.
If we get to 100 subscribers, we will freestyle a whole episode.
Like we'll wrap the whole episode.
Yeah, like but
Hamilton.
but but the content, yeah,
Okay, bet.
all freestyle.
We'll do our own version of Hamilton.
Like, did you check that JID song? That shit was really cool. I listened to it in headphones while I was at the pool, except it's like 29 degrees outside. So I stay in my house with a blanket. That's where I hide. I'm a leave now. That was
crazy.
That was bad.
That was dope. I was in the middle of writing my new album, and now I'm not going to do that anymore. Because you ruined that.
Oh, well, bet.
Yeah. So yeah, we're probably gonna put music out at some point. We keep talking about that. So, all right, no, we're not. We
Be
will.
on the lookout.
Shaheer made a logo. Yeah, Shaheer's got some stuff coming out. I'm working on some stuff. Tune in, check out Kino Comics. Check out. Obviously, go back and listen to some old episodes if you haven't of this. And we will be back at some point soon. So, peace and love. Dumbasses.
Ooh, Trey.